So you want to start with Shabbat. You want to see what you can do to begin with Shabbat. So what do you do to start observing the Shabbat if you're a starter and new to it? Well, there's an immense amount of information available online. You can take a look and see at the video description some of those links, and really there's a ton of information out there. But let's just go over some of the things that are for Shabbat for starters. So Shabbat laws and customs are divided into two: Shamor and Zachor, don'ts and do's. Shamor means things that you can't do on Shabbat. Zachor, things that you need and must do on Shabbat in order to keep it sacred. Zachor appears in the first set of the 10 Commandments, and it says Zachor et Yom HaShabbat l'kadsho. That includes lighting Shabbat candles. It's important to note that lighting Shabbat candles is something that needs to be done before sunset. If for some reason you miss sunset, it's better not to light candles than to light them on Shabbat. But what you can still do, and everyone should do, is the mitzvah of Kiddush, remembering the Shabbat, proclaiming it holy with a cup of wine or grape juice, saying the text of the Kiddush, saying the blessing Borei Pri Hagafen, and declaring the Shabbat holy. Another do for Shabbat is rest. Make sure you rest on Shabbat. Shabbat is a day of rest, a day of spirituality, of rejuvenation. And this goes all the way to Havdalah, another mitzvah. At the end of Shabbat, there's a mitzvah to declare the Shabbat over with a glass of grape juice or wine, a candle, and the besamim, which smells so good. What are the don'ts of Shabbat? The don'ts of Shabbat follow 39 categories. There are 39 categories of work which we should refrain from Shabbat. What do all those categories have in common? Well, they're all creative forms of work. They show creation. On Shabbat, we mark the completion of creation. We celebrate a full creation. And so on Shabbat, we hold back from creation. So all these 39 categories of work, which include not lighting a fire, not chopping wood, not grinding wheat, not doing so many creative works, those two are things that you can't do on Shabbat, and they're supposed to help us focus on resting, on spirituality. We're supposed to refrain from engaging in any business, anything that's business related we're not supposed to do on Shabbat. So that's another thing to do. There are terrific platforms that help you find Shabbat meals, like Shabbat.com, or in some cities, One Table can help you find a Shabbat meal. But either way, there are so many resources out there. Feel free to leave a question, a comment, or a request here in the description box. Good luck and more power to you with keeping Shabbat, and please feel free to leave any questions down here. Shabbat Shalom.